I want to give it a 10 out of 10, but I'm trying to give it fine reasons not to give it a 10 out of 10 because I'm a hater. It's a huge piece and it's so tender. I don't even need to cut it anymore. There are some big changes to the Wicked Spoon buffet, guys. I already like the buffet. Oh man, that was bad. We're having some technical difficulties. All right, DVW fam, I know y'all see that mountain of crab legs behind us because we are currently at one of the few and one of the highest rated buffets on the Las Vegas Strip that is still open. I believe there's only 7 left here in 2025. I love to give you guys these new updates and refreshes on all experiences in Las Vegas. And yeah, guys, we're at the Wicked Spoon for their brunch, $50, all you could eat. So without further ado, you guys know how we do on Dan vs. World. We're gonna go from one end to one end at this buffet and show you guys. We'll see if anything has changed and give you guys a DVW score at the end, and we're gonna try out all the food here, so let's check it out. This is the Wicked Spoon buffet here at the Cosmopolitan, one of the few buffets that are open now on the Vegas Strip. I believe there's only 7, but we're gonna go inside and get an all-you-can-eat buffet for $50. It's a brunch. Let's go. All right, so they have a new system here in 2025 that I did not know. So let's update you. So everybody got to pay here unless you're like a VIP or cash. So yeah, it's all machine automated. So we're gonna add the adult brunch. No drink packages, add to cart. All right, so it's $50 for adult brunch. It's a Thursday right now. I believe they only have breakfast and brunch. The breakfast I think is a little bit cheaper. So we're actually doing a room charge to Luxor because I got the MGM $50 food and drink package. Each hotel is different. I think it's $150 average if you're staying at like the MGM or a higher end resort, but because the Luxor is a little bit cheaper, they gave us $50. So yeah, we're gonna enter the room number and my last name. All right, I thought there'd be some difficulty with the room charge, but that was actually pretty easy. So this kiosk pretty efficient. So these are the damages. This is the price of the receipt. It's about $50 per person. And yeah, I was confused because I saw this line and there's like clerks in the front, but apparently this is cash only now. Last time I've been here, they checked us in. So we got the ticket and we wait in this line and hopefully we get seated soon. Alrighty, so we're getting seated. Let's see if there's any changes to the interior. Looks pretty big, spacious. Let's see where we can sit. Alrighty, so we got our table right here. Thank you so much. Appreciate it, Claudia. You can say hi.
Hey, DVW fans.
Yeah, where are you from?
From LA.
Nice.
Montclair, actually. Yeah.
What's your name?
Christine.
Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
How do you like the buffet?
It's pretty good. We just got here a little while ago.
Nice,
Yeah,
nice.
got some crab legs. So.
Oh man, look at that. That looks juicy. Is the porcini crusted tri-tip there? Oh, it's good. So, smells amazing here. My nose brought me to that. So, yeah, they got prime rib here. They got some American sides, savory brown gravy, loaded mashed potato bar here. Got a bunch of condiments and more meats. That's right. Longanisa sausage. So I need some international flair. So that is Filipino sausage, longanisa. I wonder why it's called longanisa because it's not too long. It looks like kind of a short sausage. But there's al pastor marinated pork shoulder. There's a huge Italian rope sausage there. Now I understand why that's called rope sausage. We got some sauces over here. Looks like chimichurri, some horseradish. Looks like sweet and sour. Ooh, so we got some chicken wings right over here. Ooh, so there's a breakfast brunch buffet. So it looks like there's some breakfast items here. There's some beef brisket. There's some honey bourbon glazed baby carrots. Some Applewood smoked bacon and more breakfast items here. Looks like some buttermilk pancakes and some peach cobbler French toast. Southern shrimps and grits. The tortellini alla vodka. It's a good sign when you guys can see them cooking the food fresh right out back. So they're grilling some of the meat over there. And they're making some pasta over here. And speaking of chefs in the back, this is a pro tip for any buffet, but if you guys don't like your meat rare or medium rare or something like that, you want it well done, you ask them to recook it and they'll usually throw it back on the grill over there and cook it for you. That was a little pro buffet tip there for you guys who don't know. More of the buffet, the center here, pretty big. I'll say it's the 3rd biggest besides Wicked Spoon and Bacchanal. I always stay away from this, but there's some cheese pizza, veggie pizza, meat lovers pizza, roasted salmon. Everything looks very symmetrical here. Eggs Benedict. Snow crabs, they look pretty jumbo. Jumbo snow crab here. You know, everybody loves these snow crab legs at a Vegas buffet. They always gravitate towards this, so it's nice that it's stocked. Usually there's like a bunch of people that's like trying to get first dibs on it, but it's empty. The line is. So one thing that I've learned, so they have a breakfast and brunch buffet, and there's no reservations. You have to just walk in from 8 to 2. Actually, 6 to 2 or 8 to 2. I have to relook at that sign. I showed you guys that sign, but from certain hours, they just have breakfast. It's the same price though, so I recommend you guys just come later and do the brunch. But I was asking Claudia, our server, and she was saying that snow crab legs and meats are added for the lunch and brunch. But maybe if you guys just don't care for that, you go for breakfast. Ooh, over here, there's a shrimp and pork shumai. You guys know me on Denver's where I love my dim sum. Pork char siu bao, so still fresh, hard gal. There's a leek dumpling, pork and shrimp. Ooh, it's hot. My arm is burning. Hey, I'm doing this for you guys. That's a good sign if my hands are burning though, because you know about dim sum is steaming. So right here, as you guys can see, there's smoke coming out. So you're keeping this nice, hot and steamed. And we'll see if it's still good in 2025, but I love the dim sum at Wicked Spoon last time I was here. Everything looks very stocked here, just like how I remember it. Like, there's not a lot of empty stations. These chefs in the back are doing a great job loading everything. There's some fortune cookies. I don't recommend you guys go to buffets to get fortune cookies. There's white rice in some of these. That's a cute little touch. Sweet and sour sauce, vegetable spring roll, salt and pepper shrimp, gailon, roasted garlic and kimchi. Right over here. Char siu pork belly. There's some congee, so it's just with the Asian Chinese food. It's a ramen broth. Is there another way to spell ramen, or did they misspell this? I feel like it should be with the E, or it's like another way to spell it, who knows? So the reason why there's ramen broth here is because there's this fresh noodle station here. They used to have pho. I don't see the pho, but they used to have pho here, but now they have hot pot and ramen accompaniments. So that beef sirloin, tofu, jalapeno rice noodles, ramen noodle. So I'm sure that you grab the meat noodles here, vermicelli noodles, whichever you want, and then you fill it with this tonkatsu ramen broth. Right over here, we have more Asian items. This is the Japanese sushi. So we got ginger, spicy tuna roll, shrimp tempura roll, California roll, of course, veggie roll, kind of looks like kimbap. And we got some tom yum vegetable fried rice here. It's an exotic looking fried rice item, not your basic Chinese style. Lap chong Singapore noodles, so with Chinese sausage. In Vietnamese called lap sup. Oh, there's some chicken wing adobo here. They go pretty deep with their ethnic foods, not just Chinese or Asian. There's Filipino, Singaporean. So there's some drawn butter here, not sketched, drawn for your crab legs. And I believe the crab legs are steaming and hot. So it looks like some fresh bar over there. Let's see what, oh, egg station. So of course you're at breakfast brunch buffet, there's gonna be an egg station. So I'm sure how it works at many other places. You pick your condiments, your accompaniments. Looks like there's cheddar, bacon, so shrimp, some more cheese. Sure, they have the eggs back there somewhere. Looks like some type of peach cobbler, peach pancakes, banana pancakes, or crepes. Oh, it is a crepe. Oh yeah, there it is. Banana foster and peach compote. Crepe station here. So they categorize it as this, breakfast. I categorize crepes as dessert. Ooh, so this is the Mexican station here. It looks like there's some pork carnita tacos. I love tacos. This looks really good here. There's some beef flautas. If you guys haven't had flautas before, like deep fried taquitos with meat in them. Cabbage, avocado, crema, tortilla cheese. There's some salsa for your chips. Pretty sure there's chips somewhere for salsa. Mango salsa, limes, avocado salsa, nice. Premium guacamole, avocado salsa. There's some esquites, so street corn. Not to be confused with elote. The elote is still on the cob. There's some smoked salmon right here. It looks very nice. Capers, cream cheese, banh mi salad. The Vietnamese salad there. I really liked this last time. Tuna crudo, so some raw fish. Here, kind of looks like poke. There's some beef carpaccio. This is a standout I remember from last time. I really like the tuna crudo from last time. Oh, so these are corn tortilla chips for the salsa. Doritos. chicharrones. There's a kale salad here. There's wedge salad. I really like wedge salad. But generally when you're at a buffet, you want to fill up on like the good stuff. But this Caesar salad looks awesome. There's a huge piece of anchovy in there. If you guys didn't know, there's anchovies in the sauce for Caesar. I actually don't like it when it's fishy, so I'm probably gonna skip that. And there's the Wicked Summer salad here. So there's like a charcuterie section, cured meat section here. Genoise salami, Big John's Cajun, cayenne pepper, cheddar cheese, cayenne pepper, cocktail onions, olives, cheeses, Gouda cheese, fig jam, capicola. Oh, there's some shrimp cocktail here, the cocktail shrimp. Cocktail sauce already at the bottom, seasonal cut fruit, pears, apple farro salad, seasonal fruit, very nice. There's some poissons. That's a poisson, like a poisson. One time I was in Paris and France, I was just like, I should have learned the language, it's my fault, but I feel like they're extra aggressive in France when you're like mispronouncing their names. I was like, can I get a croissant, please? Like, no, it's a croissant. So yeah, there's croissant here, croissants, assorted rolls, banana bread, ham bean soup. That does not sound too good, but we'll see. It looks good though, ham bean soup. Never had that before. There's a creamy tomato soup, I've had that. Some crackers, grape jelly, orange marmalade, Nutella, some bagels, peanut butter jelly time with your breads, whole grain, whipped butter. Oh man, I knew I was smelling this. I literally smelled this before I saw it. The Angry Mac. Oh man, this was really good last time too. And their cream spinach. Whoa, this is one of their top sellers too, or top off the shelf getters. The beef marrow bones, very short ribs, pickled red onions, lemon, grana. Go ahead. Just how I was saying that someone was coming to get some because people love that here. So we pretty much covered all the savory food there. So let's check out the dessert station. Alright, so they got a whole dessert station here. Chocolate chunk cookies, looks like red velvet M&M. Looks like some Rice Krispie, raspberry Oreo Rice Krispie treats. Oh, it looks like an exotic Rice Krispie treat. Everything's all over the place. This is the pastel de nata egg custard tart. Should be Portuguese. Oh, I know. This apple caramel muffins. I think they're missing some of the desserts. There should be a display here. It looks empty right now. Exotic chocolate tart. That's funny that it's literally called the exotic chocolate tart because I was calling that Rice Krispie treat exotic looking, and yeah, more exotic desserts. Vegan lemon crinkle cookie. Cinnamon roll cone. Coconut macarons. We got some warm molten chocolate cake. It's literally warm, guys. It's warm here. It says caution hot. So I'm pretty sure this is gonna be buzzing later on. And this is really popular too, their gelato station. I'll probably come back and show you guys the flavors for this because I actually want to get gelato later for sure. Their gelato is really good here. There's the creme brulee. Look at this. This should always be stocked. I love creme brulee. Mango coconut tapioca pudding. Lemon meringue tarts, chocolate donuts, strawberry donuts, raspberry filled donuts, apple turnover, chocolate croissant, cherry Danish. Ooh, that looks good. Peanut butter and jelly mousse cake, Oreo caramel cheesecake, tiramisu, cheesecake. Hey, just off of visuals and looks and variety, they got a lot of good dessert here, guys. Gluten-free chocolate chip cookies, double chocolate chip muffin, and a pina colada panna cotta. Oh, that rhymed. Pina colada panna cotta, peach cobbler, warm bourbon white chocolate bread pudding. And yeah, we pretty much covered the desserts. So I'm getting hungry. Hope you guys are too. We're gonna eat this whole buffet, guys. Let's grab our food. It's on the slow roasted sirloin. This one, just more of this middle one. Cool. I'd like a more rare piece if possible. Thank you. Lamb leg there. Thank you. So we got the au jus here. Some people put it in a cup. I'm just gonna pour it on my plate. Yeah, baby. You know, we already got the red meat. Let's get some pork and sausages here. Let's fill up our meat plate. All right, so we got our heavy hitters here. We got all the meat at the carving station. This is our meat plate here, baby. This is our Asian plate here. This is our crab legs. let's try it out, guys. Alrighty, BBW fam, let's go in our first round. I cannot ignore the meat plate. It's like breakfast on my first meal. I probably should get some, like logically, you should get some breakfast first to break that fast breakfast. But these are some of my favorites at any buffet. The trifecta, the meat, seafood, and Asian. So let's just go in. I got double the strip loin. This is the New York strip loin, or strip loin, I generally like to say. Strip loin is usually New York, but let's try this. Here, I got everything medium or medium rare. And try everything no sauce first. Actually, a little bit au jus, but minimal. I'm gonna end the video here. I already like the buffet. Because for me, the best part of any buffet is the carving station, the meat station, and this one is moist, juicy. Maybe because I requested a medium rare piece. You know, it's good when I don't want to move on to the next plate or item. Because I got a piece with a lot of tendons too, but look at this. It's a huge piece and it's so tender. I don't even need to cut it anymore. And I didn't even add any salt and pepper to it, and it's already pretty well flavored. This is a crust. It's a little salty, but I like it. Very flavorful. For a meat item, juicy. For a buffet, a brunch buffet, some brunch buffets don't even have a meat like that. I want to give it a 10 out of 10, but I'm trying to give it fine reasons not to give it a 10 out of 10 because I'm a hater. No, I'm kidding. I give it a 9.6 out of 10. This meat is really good. Because some might say it's a little salty, but I like it. Because there's like rice or sides to cure it with. Let's try this longanisa. Longanisa is a little bit peppery, salty, sweet. Compared to like a regular sausage, it's sweeter. It's usually eaten with eggs or white rice because it has a lot of flavor. White rice cures it. The rolled sausage is more peppery, like a sausage you find on a pizza or something. Feels like the sausage has been sitting there for a little bit. It's not like stale or anything, but it's not the freshest. Let's try this al pastor pork shoulder. It's very lean but juicy at the same time. That's how you know it's like a pork shoulder. It's the al pastor. I don't taste much al pastor flavor, but it's not a dry piece of pork. Could definitely use some extra sauce or something. But the meat quality is so good. So far, so good. Let's try this lamb chop here. Lamb leg. Roasted lamb leg. It almost tastes like it's a leg of lamb. But a leg is usually like the more juicy, tender piece, and it is juicy, but it is lamb, so it's a little bit leaner. It kind of tastes like a very juicy pork chop. You definitely taste that lamb, but not too much of like a gamey odor or funk to it. It's very juicy, so I prefer the meat. This is the tri-tip right here. It's crusted. Nice crust. The pieces next to the crust are more flavorful, but it's very, very tender. It's like a thick piece. I like the strip loin way more, but if you guys want like a more well-done piece, the meat here is very good, just how I remembered it. So the reason why I like the Wicked Spoon so much is because they do the basics, and they do them pretty good. And the items that I like usually, I like the meat. There's crab legs for you seafood lovers. But yeah, guys, so far the meat section for the price is an A+. And also, guys, on these DVW reviews, we're gonna judge it by a price point. So for the brunch buffet, this is $50, which could be high for a regular buffet, but compared to the Wynn and the Bacchanal, it's about $30 or $40 under. So the only thing is they don't have it open for dinner. For being a $50 buffet in Vegas, I give the meat an A. I like the meat. So let's try some of this Singaporean lapchang noodles.
I don't know. I can't remember what I got.
It's lubricated in a lot of like sesame oils. Has nice spring pop to it. Pretty good. Try this tom yum fried rice.
Probably a taco.
Thai fried rice. Tom yum has like a sourness to it. So it's kind of like sweet and sour fried rice. Let's try this. Use my hand. Let's try this tempura roll. What can you expect? It's buffet sushi. Sushi should be in fresh. It's probably been sitting there for a little bit, so the rice is not too moist, kind of like flaky. Not my favorite. Let's try the char siu pork. That's pleasantly surprising. Sometimes pork could be like too dry or too fatty. This is like I'll say like a 60-40 blend. It's actually more lean and surprisingly good because I got like one of the last few pieces, so I thought it's been sitting there stale, but it's actually decently still juicy. A lot of honey on there. Like it's more mild on the char siu side. It's like a very Americanized char siu pork, but good protein dish. I give that all like 8 out of 10. All right, so this already has its own sauce. This is the chicken adobo. Usually chicken adobos with like thigh or something like that, but they have wings here for the adobo. With Filipino food and adobo. You taste some vinegar in there. There's a lot of vinegar and Filipino food, but this is on the salty side. Definitely some white rice for this. The fried rice already has flavor, so I can't cure with that. I need some of the white rice if we gotta eat the adobo. The adobo, I would say, is on the salty side, but it's very flavorful. Tastes a lot of that soy, that vinegar. A little too much on that soy side. That's a salty adobo there. But nice tender. Pretty good offering, so yeah. All right, so I have another plate. I call this my wicked spoon and or filler plate. So we got some interesting items here. Some tuna crudo. All right, so I got another plate here. It's just some interesting items I saw. We got cream spinach, angry mac, tortellini. You know, I always say, usually stay away from fillers, but it looks too good to not grab, to ignore. This is the alla vodka tortellini here. And I feel like these little plates just encapsulates the wicked spoon. I feel like the wicked spoon is one of the first buffets I've been to in Vegas that were doing this. So they would already like pre-serve or preset some of their items in little baskets or cups like this, little bite-sized pieces, rather than having it in like a full platter, something that would be just sitting there. So yeah, let's try out the tuna crudo. This was really good last time. It really pops. Very like chef-driven dish. That's what I mean about the wicked spoon. I feel like they have a lot of like very individualistic or like chef-driven dishes. Like they have like a little twist to all their dishes. Like I was expecting like a sweet kind of poke taste from this, but I got a very like savory, salty kick. There's some cream in there as well. Pretty good. Give it like a 7.5 out of 10. I feel like the tuna could have been more quality. Let's try the angry mac and cheese. So probably the angry because huge tortellini shells it looks like, or macaroni shells, but it's spicy. That's why it's called angry. Creamy, spicy, nice. Let's try the cream spinach. It's really good. A lot of spinach, not too much cream. It's nice and balanced, like 60% spinach, like 730. Spinach to cream ratio, pretty good side. Give us like a 8.3 out of 10. Try this tortellini here, alla vodka. Very good. Thick pasta. Pasta is probably like the ultimate filler at a buffet. It'll fill you up. But I had to taste some of that alla vodka sauce. Nice, sweet, creamy, a little spicy, like a creamy tomato, alla vodka. Give us like a 7 out of 10. This is the bone marrow here. So short rib bone marrow. This is a very popular dish here. I don't know what piece I just got, like brisket short rib. Felt kind of dry. Scoop up this bone marrow here. Bone marrow is just all marrow, the fat within the bones. There's a nice flavor on top. I mean, there's some radishes, so it's nice and torch on top, almost like creme brulee. There's a nice crisp. Then you get the soft gelatiny bone marrow, very fatty, creamy in texture at the bottom, but nice crisp, almost like a creme brulee. Nice torch on top. Bone marrow is like an acquired taste because you know at the end of a ribeye or something like that, like on your steak, the fatty parts, it's kind of tastes like beef fat. I feel like these also been sitting, like the little piece of short rib on the side was a little bit dry for a fatty piece of beef. But pretty interesting item. I'll give it like a 7.7 out of 10. I feel like it would be much better fresh and hot. Let's try these wicked fried chicken. Very juicy for fried chicken. Decently crispy outside. I mean, decently airy, but it is crispy. Solid 8 out of 10. My favorite thing on this plate was the cream spinach, mac and cheese, and then this fried chicken. If you like juicy fried chicken, this is for you. What I really had at a buffet is like a dry fried chicken. That's the worst, but the breading will be a little bit better, but it's nice and juicy. I like it. All right, so I got my dim sum plate here. You guys know how I love dim sum. So there's a steamed char siu bao here. Try it out. Pretty good. It's in dim sum cartridges on a steamer, so it's gonna stay nice and steamed. More saucy than meaty. There's like 15% char siu meat in there. A little sweet action. But I really like the bun. Even though I got an older batch, the bun is still nice, soft, moist. For buffet standards, I give it like an 8.2 out of 10 for dim sum. Try some of the dim sum. I always put soy sauce on my dim sum. Try to see my. Let's try the tonkatsu ramen. Let's try the soup first. Ooh, it was extremely salty. So you like mix and match, you do it yourself. I only put sambal in it, so chili paste. But yeah, so I put the noodle in it, the steak sirloin. I'm pretty sure it's cut up pieces of the other sirloin. Even the noodles don't cure it. When you mistakenly use your salt like for cooking side versus like to sprinkle side, I feel like they accidentally put the other side on it or something. I don't know if it's salt that makes the agent that's making it salty, but whew, I will say I like the pork fat flavor in there because it's tonkatsu, so you get nice little oil bubbles from the pork meat. But yeah, maybe I got like the bottom of the pot or something, but it's extremely salty, flavorful. The authentic tonkatsu broth, like it's not like a miso soup or falsely advertised. It is tonkatsu with the pork fat. It's just really, really salty. So if it wasn't, I gotta give it a 6 out of 10, but if it wasn't, it could come up to 8 out of 10, if that makes sense. Oh man, that was bad. We're having some technical difficulties. Look at it, guys. Tell me I'm tripping. It is rare. So we had a little bit of technical difficulties. I was debating whether to show you or tell you guys, but before you guys proceed to this part, just know if you guys are a little bit squeamish, to be advised in the next like 10 seconds or so, I might show you guys this pork shumai. So first bite, you can already tell that something is wrong. I've eaten over 200 shumais in my life. Took a first bite, I'm like, something does not feel right texture. So I shut off the camera. I'm sorry, I had to eject it from my systems. And I have it right here, and I was looking at it, and the pork in there is like pinkish, rare if not raw. And I kind of freaked out a little bit. I went on ChatGPT and I was like, if I eat rare pork, raw pork, what should I do? He said like drink like lemon water or something like that. I got some lemon, but I'm back and I'm gonna, you know, keep going. So yeah, after taking care of that little situation, I'm back. Don't want to waste any food, so we're gonna keep going. Maybe I'll tell the waiter or something like that, but yeah, haven't eaten a shumai like that ever in my life. I don't know what went on with it. Maybe it didn't steam all the way in there or something like that, but I'll let someone know. But yeah, that was no bueno. So let's try this. It just seems like a lot of the things have been sitting out just for a little bit. Like it's not stale or anything, but the hakao is pretty good. Could be a little bit better, fresher. So the shell doesn't have too much of a bounce on it. So like a 6.9 out of 10 DVW score. And I also just want to get that taste out of my mouth. So let's try something more savory or sweet. So these are carnito tacos. Pretty good, juicy, crispy. The pork is juicy. A little bit salty. I'm getting theme at a lot of these dishes. A little bit on the salty side. Moist enough. So carnitas is, you know, some of it's deep fried, deconstructed pork. So it's gonna be like more crispy. Fried pork tends to be a little bit more salty. So I also give this like a 7 out of 10. I like some points for the variety. Let's try the esquites, shall we? Looks like there's like a little taki on here. Some cheese. Let's try this out. Ooh, it's smoky. It tastes like the earth. It's nice and smoky. The esquites. Let's try this beef carpaccio, so rare beef. Guys, I eat rare beef, rare fish, but red line for me is pork and chicken. A lot of olive oil on there. Garlic, it was a very garlicky beef carpaccio. It's interesting, not too much flavor. It's all about the texture. All right, update on that situation. I knew I was not crazy. I'm not gonna lie, guys. I freaked out a little bit and I was already slowing down, but lost my appetite a little bit after that. So I gently let our staff know, our waiter. He was actually very helpful and told me about the situation because I was telling him, hey, I think there's something going on with that shumai. It looks a little bit undercooked, rare, raw, whatever you want to call it, you know, just so if there was something wrong with it, the chef can be alerted. But basically, our waiter broke it down for us. He's saying something about the nitrate that this has been happening for the past couple weeks, months. They have like a different supplier. Comment down below if you know anything about nitrate. He's explaining it to me how like some hot dogs wieners, how they stay a certain color even after they're cooked. He said the chefs check the temperature, but I didn't even see it. You know, when I took that bite, it just, something felt off with the texture. It was like kind of slimy. It felt off. It wasn't like any other shumai. And it's funny, our waiter was Filipino. He's Asian too. And he was telling me, he's like, yeah, we eat shumai all the time, hundreds of shumai. You weren't the only one who complained or said something. He said there was a table earlier today that said the same thing. And he said for the past couple of weeks, people have just been raising an eyebrow about that. But yeah, anyways, hopefully I'm okay and we can get some gelato because, but honestly, the staff is really friendly. They actually ease my mind a bit. One of the top things about these buffets, and usually all buffets, our staff are just great. All right, I got one more piece of the steak, my favorite thing here, and some dessert molten lava cake. All right, so our last plates here at the Wicked Spoon Buffet in Viva Las Vegas. You guys are gonna wanna stay till the end of the video for our DVW score and overall consensus because there are some big changes to the Wicked Spoon Buffet, guys. But my last plate of meat, my favorite thing here, the best item here by far. A little salty, but the best item here by far. Let's try some creme brulee. Nice and creamy, vanilla-y. Dessert here is quite good. Nice, warm, molten lava cake. This is my first time having a raspberry Rice Krispie. How you doing?
Doing well,
Jolyn?
doing well.
Jolyn?
Yes.
Nice to see you again, Jolyn. I remember Jolyn
All right.
from last time.
Good to see you, good to see you.
Thank you. He's very jolly.
I'm in Las Vegas.
Thank you so much. Yeah, so he's helping us with the gelato. I remember the gelato is very good here. Assortment of flavors here. Some Thai tea gelato, sugar-free chocolate. They have sugar-free options too. Pistachios, strawberry cheesecake, Oreo, of course, birthday cake, coffee crunch, vanilla. I got this here, mango passion fruit sorbet, cherry limeade sorbet. Yeah, Herman was our server. He gave us the whole rundown. He's very gracious about it, so just had to let them know. But yeah, staff here are great. So let's just move on to dessert. We got the mango passion fruit sorbet. Oh man, 10 out of 10 for the gelato. So good. Nice, fruity, sweet to wash down all the savory foods we just ate. Oh yeah. This is the raspberry cheesecake, more creamy. I consider this dessert, but there's a banana crepe here. This is in the breakfast station. Try this out. Banana Foster, so there's nice like caramelization on here, nice and creamy. Oh, some powdered sugar on top, nice and caramelized on top. Crepe is nice, chewy, moist. I like it. 8 out of 10. I'm just a sucker for crepes. I love crepes. All right, this is our receipt, and we're gonna tip in cash. Alrighty, so let's enjoy this nice Cosmopolitan hotel interior while we break down our experience at the Wicked Spoon Buffet. I gave myself like 10 minutes to sit on it, and I want to preface this DVW score and overall review by saying, before doing this video, the Wicked Spoon was one of my favorite, and I thought it was the best value buffet on the Vegas Strip, but there have been a lot of changes that I've noticed in this video, and I'm doing an updated best buffets, restaurants on the Vegas Strip in 2025. And I was just gonna go into the old files and tell you my opinion before, revisiting, because it's only been like 1 or 2 years since I've been to all the buffets, but I want to revisit it and make sure that everything is still the same or if there's any changes. And boy, was I right, because there are a lot of changes this buffet from the last time I've been here, and I've actually confirmed it. But let me give you my, first impressions thoughts before I confirm some things with our waiter Herman. He was great. So definitely after experiencing the Wicked Buffet today in October 9th, 2025, I definitely have to rearrange my list for best buffets on the Vegas Strip list, especially in 2025. So first impressions revisiting the Wicked Spoon. Right when I got there, I felt like something was off, just the atmosphere, because I love Vegas, I love buffets, and just the Vegas buffet experience is an experience in itself. There's a culture to the buffets, from the chefs, the waiters, waitresses, to the guests. There's some sort of enthusiasm, especially when it comes to Vegas buffets. And right when I came there, the vibe was off a little bit. And like I keep saying, I like the Wicked Spoon a lot. It's kind of unfortunate. I think you guys can see where I'm going here. So I'm put this as gently as possible, but there's definitely big changes, and I felt like it wasn't as good as when I came here before 2 years ago. The highlights was the steak that really saved and added to a lot of this score, but I feel like something was just lacking at the Wicked Spoon and a lot of the dishes. I feel like the soul wasn't there in the dishes. Like a lot of the dishes and the plates were memorable from the last time I was here. It was the same offering set up in the same way, but just even off the looks, it looked like something was off. Like it was just missing something, as if it had the appearance of the Wicked Spoon in some of the dishes, but it was just lacking like the soul, the funk, the pizzazz, like what made it the Wicked Spoon. Like some of the flavors, felt like a lot of the dishes were salty. I wouldn't go flat out to say that they were stale dishes, but it just didn't seem super fresh and chef driven like I remembered it to be. And it almost felt like something else took over the Wicked Spoon, like a different owner or different chefs. It looked like the Wicked Spoon, but it didn't. The experience wasn't like the Wicked Spoon that I remembered. And before, when people would ask me what was my favorite buffet and best buffet, what I would recommend, I always gave the Wicked Spoon a special place on that ranking. Either it was #1 for value, because they're always a little bit less than the Bacchanal and the Wicked Spoon. Even though the offerings are pretty similar, there's not as many dishes in terms of volume, but the dishes that they had there were all pretty good and on par with the Bacchanal and the Win, but not this time. So not only is there less volume, keep in mind I'm visiting the Win and Bacchanal next. Haven't done so yet, but just from my previous memories, I would say that a lot of dishes today were hit or miss. Not all the dishes were good, but all the other times I've been to the Wicked Spoon, I felt like almost 80% or above of all the dishes were great, but not this time, guys. All right, so taking everything into consideration, the price point, it being one of the few buffets left on the Vegas Strip, 1 of 7, I have to give it a DVW score of now a 6.8 out of 10, because I would usually say that Wicked Spoon is 1 before Bacchanal and Caesars, and Win if you guys are casual guests, if you had to choose one, just because it has a similar amount of offerings and quality for about $30–40 less than the other spots. But now I gotta revisit other spots, but I would probably even pay the extra $20–30 for that quality in 2025 after experiencing that. But hey, maybe I came on an off day, it's a Thursday, I came around 12, 2 hours before they close. So these are just all factors, but I felt like it was already, a lot of the dishes I had weren't amazing. It didn't jump off the screen at me or anything, but after that sweet sumai, guys, I knew something was off after that. And then basically these are all my first impressions. So after a while, I was speaking with Herman, our waiter, and he confirmed a few things that I already had suspicions of. So within the past couple of months or years since I've been here, MGM took over. So I was asking Herman if there was a change in management or owners and something like that. And he was saying that they changed to MGM, so now they took over operations, and also a couple of the chefs' owners changed, and that's the feeling I got from it, where some of the dishes looked the same, but I could just tell they were not in the same realm as how it used to be a couple years ago. Also, it was funny because Herman is an Asian dude, I think he was Filipino, and he dabbed me up, and he was also saying like, hey bro, I do the same thing. I wouldn't eat that. We're Asian. We've had sirloin before. There's something off about it. But he did assure me that it was cooked. He just said something about the nitrate and it just being a reddish tint. But service was great and all that. Cosmo is a great hotel. But that is my updated score in 2025 at the Wicked Spoon. So make sure you guys stay tuned for our overall best buffets in 2025 videos on Dan's Virtual World. To make sure you guys like this video if you liked it, comment down below if you have any suggestions for us, and subscribe for more Dan Virtual World Las Vegas food and travel content. Deuces.